Good morning students. My name is Krishna Prasad, Botany faculty, Vikas College, Jangareddiguda. Yes, first of all, we need to discuss about what is botany. Our subject is botany. So, a small description about botany. In our previous classes, you have already read about biology. In your previous classes, in 10th class, biology. So, what is biology? Biology means study of all organisms. Biology means study of all organisms. It is a study of all organisms. Study of all organisms. But in intermediate, here we have studied both plants and animals are separately. So, study of plants is called as botany, whereas study of animals is called as zoology. Here, botany. Botany means study of plants. Study of plants. Study of plants. Botany is a science which study of plants. Not only in intermediate, we have not only studied about plants, and also in botany we have studied about other microorganisms like virus, bacteria, like this. And also, who is father of botany? Father of botany. Who is father of botany? Means father of botany is a Theophrastus. He is father of botany. Theophrastus, the scientist Theophrastus is a father of botany. So now we will discuss about and the content of the topics in intermediate you have studied. Okay, we will go for index of first year botany. Students, please write down in our notebooks the first unit 1. Unit 1, diversity in living world. Unit 1, diversity in living world. Diversity in a living world. Diversity in living world. So, what contents are present in diversity in living world? There are 4 chapters are present. There are 4 chapters are present. First one, the living world. The living world. In this chapter, we have studied about the classifications of the organism and the main characters of the organism. Classifications of organism are main characters of the organism. So, what is meant by living? What is meant by living? Means living things or living organisms has some characters like growth and metabolism and increase in size, these like. So, here we have studied about the type of characters, the main characters of the living, and also we have classified the organisms. Why we classify the organisms? Because we easily studied about different type of organisms, so we can classify the organisms. And here we give some taxonomic aids. Taxonomic aids. Taxonomic aid means taxonomic tools. The classification tools and the basics of the classifications we have studied in this chapter. And next one, second one, biological classification. Biological classification. Biological classification. And plants and animals and some organisms are divided in some different plant kingdoms or animal kingdoms. And here we have studied about 2 kingdom classification, 3 kingdom classification and 5 kingdom classification and 6 kingdom classifications. and basically Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, Animalia. These kingdoms we have studied here. And third one, science of plants. Science of plants means scope of botany. Also this chapter is also called as scope of botany. Scope of botany. And here we have studied about some different scientists and the books wrote by them. And here we have known about some scientists and other branches of the biology. We have studied about like microbiology and what is bryology and what is pteridology and what is some type of branches we have studied in this chapter. And fourth one, plant kingdom. Plant kingdom. And here we have know about complete description about the plant kingdom. So in plant kingdom there are bryophytes, pteridophytes and algae and gymnosperms and angiosperms. So these are under plant kingdom. So we have studied about individually in this chapter. Okay. So next one, unit second unit. In second unit we have studied about morphology of flowering plants. Morphology of flowering plants. So what is morphology? Unit 2. Morphology and structural organization of the plants. Also it is called as structural organization of the plants. Morphology of flowering plants. And it is chapter 5. So here it is the most basic topic for botany. Here we have studied about root, stem, inflorescence, leaves, flowers and fruits, and the morphological characters of the plants. We have studied about this. Next, here third unit, reproduction in plants. Reproduction in plants. Plants may be reproduced some types. Here we have know about chapter number 6, modes of reproduction. Modes of reproduction. Modes of reproduction. In this chapter we have studied about the different type of reproduction types like asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction and vegetative propagation and plant life cycles. We have know. Another one, chapter number 7, sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Flowering plants. Students, please note the index, and we have tell about which content is present in our topics. In intermediate botany, it is just introduction about the topics. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants. You know about pollen grains. You know about embryo sac and how the male and how the female gametes are produced, and the fusion of the gametes like pollination and fertilization and embryogenesis. Like these events we have studied in sexual reproduction. Means from the releasing of the male gametes and formation of new seeds. In here we have studied about these complete reproduction in sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Next one, chapter number unit number 4. Unit 4. It is systematics of plants. Systematics of plants, and also it is called as taxonomy. Taxonomy of angiosperms. Taxonomy of angiosperms. Taxonomy of angiosperms. Students, please follow. So what is taxonomy? In previous lessons, we have classified the all organisms, but in this lesson, we have classified the plants into different families and different divisions like kingdom, class, order, genus, species. Yes, we have three main families. The description of main three families are here. First one, Fabaceae. Second one, Solanaceae, and third one, Liliaceae. There are so many families. There are so many families, but here we have studied about only these three topics in intermediate, like Fabaceae, Solanaceae, and Liliaceae. The complete description of the families, like what are the important plants present in these families, and the significance, importance of these families, and what is the habitat, what is the characters of the plant, like root, what is type of root system, means it is tap root, while fibrous root system, and stem, and leaves, which type of leaves are present, simple leaf or compound leaf, and the main complete description is present in taxonomy of angiosperms. Next one, unit number 5. Here we go. Unit number 5, it is the most important topic. Already you have know about cell biology. Here we will discuss about the cell biology. What is cell biology? Cell biology means the structure and functions of the cell. Okay. Cell biology. In cell biology, there are three main chapters are present. Three main chapters are present. In cell biology, unit of life. Unit of life. What will we study in unit of life? In unit of life, we have studied about the different type of cell organelles and structure and functions of the cell, and why the cell is called as a basic unit of life. Cell is basic unit of life, and we have studied about structural and functional characters of the cell. Like you have already known about some cell organelles like mitochondria, nucleus, Golgi complex, lysosomes, and complete description is given in this chapter of the cell. Next one, biomolecules. Biomolecules. Here bio means, what is bio? Bio means living. Bio means living. And in living organisms, there are some chemical reactions are occurred, and some metabolism are occurred. Metabolism. First of all, what is metabolism? Metabolism means many chemical reactions are occurred inside the living organism is called as metabolism. So there are anabolism and catabolism. Here we have studied about the type of metabolic reactions. And also living organisms has contained DNA and other RNA are present in all organisms. And what is the components of the DNA and what is the components of the RNA has studied in these topics. And DNA has many proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, and polysaccharides. And complete description of these contents in the biomolecules. And next one, cell cycle and cell division. Cell cycle and cell division. Students, in your previous classes you have studied about cell cycle and cell division like interphase, mitosis, meiosis. Already you have known about mitosis. In mitosis there are prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Here we have studied about how the cell is divided to form new cells. how the cells are divided to form new cells. Here we have given complete description about cell cycle and cell division. Okay. Next, unit number 6. Here, histology and anatomy of flowering plants. Anatomy of flowering plants. Only we have studied about anatomy of flowering plants. In morphology, we have studied about the external characters of the plant. In morphology, we have studied about root, stem, leaves, inflorescence like. But in anatomy, we have studied about internal structures of the plant. Internal structures of the plant. So, what are the internal structures? What are the internal structures? Like transversion section of the stem, transversion section of the root, and also secondary growth. So these topics are stressed here in anatomy of flowering plants. Next one, unit 7. It is last one, very easy topic, means plant ecology. So there is two type of ecologies are present, both plant and animal ecology, and same topic is revised in zoology also. In zoology also ecology there, but we have studied about plant ecology. Plant ecology means the relationship between plants and environment and ecological services. We have studied about these topics in ecology. Dear students, first of all, we have know about the morphology of flowering plants. We will discuss about morphology of flowering plants. Please write down. New lesson, morphology of flowering plants. Morphology of flowering plants. Morphology of flowering plants. So who is father of botany? Father of botany, Theophrastus is father of botany. Theophrastus, the scientist Theophrastus is father of botany. He is father of botany. And what was the book written by him? What was the book written by him? He wrote two books. De Historia Plantarum. De Historia Plantarum. It is about inquiry on plants. It is about inquiry of plants. Inquiry on plants. On plants. And another book written by him, Causae Plantarum. Causae Plantarum. It is most important. It is most important bit in NEET examination. Causae Plantarum means causes of the plant. Causes of the plants. Causae Plantarum means causes of the plants. Next, first of all, we have know about the definition of the morphology. What is morphology? Morphology. Morphology means it is a simple definition. Studied about external characters. Morphology means study of external characters. Morphology means study of external characters. And here we give a definition. Morphology is a study of forms and features of plant organs organs like, and which type of organs? We have studied about root, stem, leaves, and inflorescence, and flower, and fruits, seeds. What is morphology? Morphology means study of forms and features of plant organs like root, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits and seeds. We have studied about this in morphology. So how plant is coming or how plant is arised from the seed? Here we see about please write down. First we have know about introduction of morphology. Introduction of morphology. Lifespan. Lifespan. What is lifespan? Lifespan. Based on the lifespan, a life of an organism is called as a lifespan. And some organisms are living 10 years, and some organisms are living 20 years, and some organisms are living 100 years and more than 100 years. But here we have know about plant lifespan. Based on the lifespan, plants are three types. First one is annuals, and second one is biennials. First one is annuals, and second one is biennials, and third one is perennials. Perennials. What is annuals? What is annuals? So the lifespan of the plant have one season is called as annuals. Lifespan. How much lifespan have plants? Lifespan have one season, are also called few weeks to few months. Few weeks, few months, also called few weeks to few months. Here we example wheat and rice, and also maize, and these are the one seasonal crops, hence these are called as annuals. Annuals means the plant lifespan have one season, few weeks to few months or 1 year. Next, biennials. Biennials means by means two. So the lifespan of plants have two seasons. In first season, vegetative propagation occurs. Vegetative propagation means the plant can produce branches, leaves in first season, and also stored food materials, in first season. But in second season, reproduction stage will be occurs. Reproduction means the formation of flowers. Reproduction stage occurs. So the plant lifespan has contained two seasons or few months to example radish, carrot, and these plants can store food materials in first season, but in second season they consuming the stored food materials for the formation of flowers. Next one, perennials. What is meant by perennials? Peri means many. Peri means many. Here we have studied about annuals, one season, biennials, two seasons, and perennials means many years. Many years. And the lifespan have many years is called as perennials. Many years, perennials. And also we know about some trees like ficus, marri chettu. Ficus means it is a perennial plant. It lives some hundreds of years. Here we will know about lifespan of the plant. Next, based on the size of plants, plants are divided into three types. Habit of the plants. Next one, habit of the plants. And type of plants or habit of the plants. What is habit of the plants? Based on the size of plants, plants have divided into again three types: herbs, shrubs, trees. Plants are three types based on size, and their height: herbs, shrubs, and trees. Here, weak stem and soft stem is present, and the height of this plant is below the 2 meters. Below 2 meters, less than 2 meters, and it is called herbs. Whereas shrubs means it is partially means half of woody, partially woody, and partially strong, and limited height of stem. Stem is limited in height. And trunk is absent. It is called shrubs. Shrubs means podalu. Next, trees. What is trees? Trees has highly and strong. Highly means woody and strong. The height is unlimited. And the stem is called as trunk. In trees, stem is called as a trunk. So based on the size, plants have divided into three types: herbs, shrubs, and trees. Here we go for how the roots and how the shoot system is produced in plants, and how plants are arised from seed. Students, please listen carefully. If it is a seed, inside the seed, embryo is present. It is seed. Inside the seed, embryo is present. And embryo can be developed and produce embryonal axis. What is it called? Embryonal axis. This is called embryonal axis. Here, the below part is called as radicle. Seed inside the seed embryo is present, embryo can produce embryonal axis. Below part is called radicule and above part is called plumule. And radicule leads to development of root. Radicule leads to development of root system, whereas plumule is developed to produce many branches and stem, also together is called as a shoot system. Here a small description. Seed, inside the seed embryo is present. Embryo can produce embryonal axis. In embryonal axis, the below part is called as radicule. Above part is called as plumule. And radicule can develop into root system, whereas plumule is developed into shoot system. So the main plant body is divided into root system and shoot system. Plant body is developed into root system and shoot system. First of all, we know about what is root system and what is root. Please note carefully. Plant body can divide it into two types. It is root system and shoot system. Root, the root. What is root? Root is underground part of the soil. It is underground part of the plant present inside the soil. Root is present inside the soil. It is called root system. Here radicule can produce primary root. This is the primary root. Radicule can produce primary root. And there is two types of root systems are present. First one tap root system, and second one fibrous root system. Tap root system and fibrous root system. What is tap root system? Here already we have know about radicule can produce primary root. And many roots are arranged as branches in several orders. And they are called as secondary roots and tertiary roots. And the group of primary roots, secondary roots and tertiary roots, and this is called as taproot system. And the combination of primary root, secondary roots and branches is called as taproot system. Example, dicot plants. All dicotyledonous plants has contain taproot system. Whereas fibrous root system. Here primary root is produced. It is stem. It is root. Primary root is produced. After some time the primary root is dissolved or removed, and the roots are erased from base of the main stem. Primary root is short-lived. Here primary root is short-lived, and many roots are erased from the base of the main stem. Many roots erased from base of the stem. base of the stem is called as fibrous roots. Example, monocots. Monocot plants. Monocot plants like wheat, maize, these are the monocots. What is taproot system? Taproot system, radicle can produce primary root and many other branches are produced on the root, is called as taproot system, whereas fibrous root system, the primary root is short-lived and many roots arise from the base of the main stem. So here we will know about the characters of the root. What are the characters of the root? Root characters. Root, it is a underground part of the plant. Root is underground part of the plant. And how it grow? It grow positively geotropic. Positively geotropic, it is grow into the soil. Positively geotropic. In hydrophytes, positively hydrotropic. Positively hydrotropic, whereas negatively phototropic. Negatively phototropic. Negatively phototropic. Positively hydrotropic and negatively phototropic. And roots does not have contain nodes and internodes, and nodes, internodes are absent. Nodes and internodes are absent. It is non-green. Non-green. It is not in green color. It is non-green. And leaves and buds are absent. Buds are absent. Leaves and buds are absent, and root hairs are present. Root hairs are present means root hairs are present. How the root hairs are useful for the root? Means root hairs are useful for absorption of water and minerals. Water and minerals from soil. So these are the main characters of the root. And also we have known about types of root systems. Okay.